had to protect her at the time. And so I said that it was caught in the door, one of these huge accordion doors at this house. That wasn't the case at all. She smashed, she threw a vodka bottle at me. And my hand was resting on the marble of the bar like that. And the first bottle went just past my ear. And the second one was a larger bottle, and she threw it from about this distance. And it smashed into the bar, which, and this finger, who I now call Little Richard, was the tip of the finger was severed, and all the bone in here was completely shattered. I mean, it looked like Vesuvius. And then I got infections. I ended up with MRSA twice. So.
Oh, hey there. Welcome to the Amber Heard files. This is my first video dealing with a high-tier celebrity on some pretty terrible things that they've been involved with doing in regards to Johnny Depp. You have Johnny Depp and you have Amber Heard, who played in Aquaman and quite a few other different films. They were a couple. For those of you who've been living under a rock, there has been a massive legal issue between these two people. Audio has been released, video evidence of police going into residencies, claims have been made, and evidence has been found of the level of insanity and craziness and ultimately horrible person that Amber Heard is. And we're going to be going through the audio and some of the video today. This doesn't really have necessarily a happy ending, believe it or not. And I think if there's one thing that this video will really point out a problem with, it's that the law, depending on how much money you have, can drastically have no result in the way that you want. But before we begin on that, special thanks to the sponsor of the channel today, Mech Arena! Mech Arena is the first ever mobile game to truly capture the magic of playing PC and console shooters with your friends. It's a tactical, team-based 5v5 shooter with a perfect balance of casual, pick-up-and-play fun with skill-based competitive play under the hood. I've been playing Mech Arena almost every single morning, absolutely annihilating other players. There's a bunch of different mechs to choose from with all different types of skins. Every mech has a different loadout, different weapon designs, different abilities, different skins, different paint jobs. The level of diversity between your mechs and your weapon combinations is endless. Mech Arena also has crazy in-game events as well. They have a login rewards program, but most of all, this game is absolutely free to play. It is on Android and iOS right now, and you can use the link in my description box or scan the QR code to get one black carbon skin, 300 coins, 50,000 credits to help kickstart your game, and if you're really quick, add me on your friends list as Repzion. And if you're not on my team in the match, I'll probably get first blood on you. Make sure to expand the description box, click the link, support the channel, and thank you so much Mech Arena for sponsoring this video. So we're gonna go through some video and audio, and we're gonna kind of dissect it. But for those of you who don't know, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are two celebrities. Amber Heard has been primarily known for playing in the most recent DC film known as Aquaman. There are some very large petitions to get her removed from Aquaman 2 because as it has been found out, Amber Heard is not a good person. She is malicious, she is manipulative, she is a narcissist, but most of all, Amber Heard is a chronic liar who knowingly has falsified information and falsified abuse claims towards Johnny Depp. And before we listen to this audio and see some of this video, I'm going to be giving you context so you understand what's actually happening here and how vindictive and manipulative Amber Heard really is, and that how she has made Johnny Depp's life a absolute living hell. So this first video that you're about to watch, Amber Heard secretly set up a camera. The key word here is being secretly set a camera in such a position when Johnny Depp was having a breakdown. Now, before you see this, it's important that I explain to you the context of what happened that exact morning. Johnny Depp's manager was stealing from him. Johnny Depp's hand was also injured. And that exact same morning, Johnny Depp's mother passed away. Now, I don't know if anybody who's here has ever lost a loved one or has dealt with family loss or a friend or anything like that, But when you lose somebody close to you, you go through what's known as the 5 stages of grief. One of those stages is anger. It's really important that you take into account these types of things which led up to this, because the way that this is painted by Amber and the way that she sold this and gave this clip to TMZ to make herself look out to be a victim, super scared for her life, you know, because clearly, if you're super scared for your life, you're gonna chuckle at somebody grieving at the loss of their mother and the fact that they had only, $600 million stolen from them. Typically, because if you're in a relationship and you're dating somebody or you're married, you typically, especially her knowing that his mom passed away the same day, and instead of being a comfort to your partner and trying to help them, that's the normal thing, is to be sympathetic or empathetic. No, she secretly sets up a camera, records it, and then he sells it to TMZ, trying to make Johnny look to be somebody that he isn't.
Motherfucker! Motherfucker!
What happened? What happened? Nothing happened this morning, you know that?
Were you in here?
No.
So then nothing happened to you this morning?
Yeah, you're right. I just woke up and you were so sweet and nice. We were not even fighting this morning. All I did was say sorry.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
Did something happen to you this morning, Amber? I don't think so. Now, when she was recording this, she actually knew exactly what happened. But in this video, she's pretending, oh, I don't know, why are you so angry? Your mom just passed away and, you had $600 million stolen from... Why are you acting this way? Why are you angry? Why are you, pounding a cabinet?
No, that's the thing.
You want to see crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy. You're crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going? You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? Sneak that shit on me, motherfucker.
I didn't. You were smashing shit.
Bye.
I don't know if you heard that, but Amber actually chuckled there. Why, if you were so fearful for your life, why would you record somebody like that and then just chuckle to yourself as they walk away, realizing and exploiting the fact that you are grieving over the loss of your mom passing away and having money's like, wow, this isn't obvious to see what exactly is going on here.
After you physically violent with me, I texted Travis. I said, "Come up here," because I didn't want anything to happen.
I mean, yeah.
It's coming to what? Save me?
No, go ahead. Continue. You. Travis to the rescue.
No, that was the last one. You can go. You go. That was the last insult.
Oh yeah. You called me a liar, and yet.
I watched you lie.
You called me a liar.
I watched you lie. I heard it. I was right there.
There's no what. You still haven't told me what lie it is.
Oh my gosh. Johnny, you called me a liar. How could you say such a horrible thing about me? I don't lie. I'm Amber Heard. I'm a woman. Now, this is a universal thing. I need to be very specific here. People do this, men and women. This is not gender specific. But boy, when women play this route, they do always seem to gain a little bit of leverage. Have you ever noticed that in a lot of instances? And even if you can disprove somebody's claim, they still act shocked and deny evidence directly in front of them that, hey, you said this or that you did this.
But yet, every single fucking time. You know you do this every single fucking time.
We'll talk to Travis.
I'm not fucking talking to nobody.
No,
Nah, you go fucking jerk him off. I don't care.
This is a tactic that I've dealt with myself, and it's universal to men, and any person can utilize this tactic. It's not specific to Amber Heard, but just realize that if you're having like an argument or a conversation with somebody close to you or a friend or whatever, and their reaction is to be very exaggerative towards, well, like, why don't you just go date them, or why don't you go be best friends with them because I'm not your best friend, or you know what I'm talking about. It's this really passive-aggressive, well, clearly I don't like what you're saying or you're doing or you even talking to somebody of the opposite gender, therefore you must be, you know, dramatizing some crazy thing like she accuses Johnny here of, you know, off somebody. It's so dumb and it's so juvenile.
It's you every single time. You latch onto some sort of thing. When I already told you, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. You still haven't even told me what it is, but run with it.
I have told you what it is.
No, you haven't.
I said to Travis, I said to you, hey, tell Travis what just happened.
You told me to do it. You told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no, tell him what just happened.
And I lied.
And that you punched me in the fucking thing. And you
figured
in the
it
face.
out.
And you said, no, fucking, no, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about? And I watched you lie. And then
I didn't punch you, by the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you.
I was hitting you. I was not punching you. Wow. So, Amber, I'm assuming that you know the difference is, like, you can hit somebody and not physically punch them, but that's still considered DV. What if you charged Johnny and strangle him? You know, technically you're not punching him, but you're literally choking somebody, trying to harm somebody, physically being physical with someone. That is DV. This is what Amber Heard does. She waters down things that she does in order to make it look not as bad.
Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights have been around a long time. I know. Yeah,
no, when you fucking have a closed fist.
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you.
You can't.
I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
Now, this is something that really, genuinely pisses me off, is that when somebody in a friendship, relationship, marriage says, hey, what you did made me feel this way, right? You tell this person, this hurt me, or this made me feel this way, and their response right here is perfect. Amber says, you're fine. What I did to you, you're fine. It didn't affect you. It didn't cause you any sort of trauma. It didn't cause you to feel any certain way. You're fine. You're okay. You know, I just hit you a few times, but you're okay on the outside. But internally, do you know what DV does to people? Men and women. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but DV stands for domestic violence. DV doesn't hold a gender, okay? I'm so tired of this stupid conversation. Who does more DV? It doesn't matter who does more, who does less. And if you're somebody who's physically violent and hurts people or is physical with somebody, I don't give a flying fucking pahini. But this is one of the tactics that abusers use. They invalidate what they just did to you. Oh, you know what? I hit you a few times, but you're okay. You're fine. Wasn't that bad. It's a way that they get inside your head and it makes you question the DV that they're committing on you, and it screws with your head, man. It screws with you. Let me tell you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your toes?
I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
that's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you start physical fights?
You're such a baby!
Because
Grow the fuck up,
Because you start physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get the fuck out.
Notice how she agrees. She starts a physical fight, and what does Johnny do? He leaves the situation, or he goes into another room. This part of the audio really genuinely upsets me, because I know what that's like. I know what it's like to say, hey, you made me feel this way, and then the response is, you're just a baby. Grow up, you juvenile. You're such a child. You know what, Daniel? Maybe you should be more of a man. Maybe you should just hit me back. Because, you know, I deserve it because I'm so terrible to you. So on top of Amber Heard being physical with Johnny, she then verbally degrades his experience where he expresses, hey, you punched me or you hit me and it hurt or it made me feel this certain way. internally, mentally, because DV screws people up, and then she degrades him verbally from expressing that. You're such a baby. Grow up, Johnny. How about you just grow up? That's sweet coming from the person who just admitted that they don't know the difference between hitting somebody and punching somebody. They think they're two completely opposite things and that one is lesser than the other. They're the same. Whether it's a punch, whether it's a fist, whether it's a choke, whether it's a hit, it doesn't matter. It's still DV. It is wrong. It is bad. You don't hit your partners, ever. You don't strangle your partners, ever. It doesn't matter what somebody says to you verbally. They can say the most horrible thing to you. You don't hit people. Because he's a man, he should just take it, right? A man should, be allowed to get a beating from a woman, right? You're a man. Nobody's gonna take you seriously if a woman hits you. If a woman is being physical with you, no, you're a man. Come on. You got this in the bag. Women don't hit men. Who would do such a thing? I wonder.
Did you ever commit an act of domestic violence against Johnny Depp?
Calls for a legal conclusion and irrelevant, but go ahead.
Do you understand what I'm asking you?
No.
No?
Yes, I understand what you're asking.
2016, or May 22, 2016, is it your testimony that you never committed any act of what would be considered domestic violence against Mr. Depp?
Calls for a legal conclusion and irrelevant to these proceedings.
I did my best to defend myself and not get seriously hurt or be a doormat to whom this happens to.
Okay, right off the bat, this question is asked and she starts shrugging, which is an indicator of insecurity, or at least not being certain about what is being said. And then along with that, she does some placating, self-soothing gestures and blocking gestures and shaking her head. It's a very massive cluster spike from what we've seen in her baseline, which is usually fairly constant, to indicate that she's really, really not comfortable with that question here. Now, legally it's not applicable, but non-verbally it's a very telling question, and her reaction to it is extremely telling. So far, this is 2 strikes already against Amber, and we're literally a minute into this video. This is not a good thing for Amber. Let's keep watching.
Isn't it true that you had previously told Johnny Depp that you had hit him?
I'm going to object. It's a different question. It's vague and ambiguous, vague as to time.
Many times when we fought, he hit me for a very long time before I ever
I'm going to
picked up my
object as
arms.
non-responsive and move to strike. Ms. Hurd, I'd like you to listen to what I'm about to play. Would you do that? Did you just tell Johnny Depp in that recording that I remember hitting you as a response to the door thing?
Yes, as he was trying to get into the door, into the room, I was trying to escape in. He pushed the door into me, and I was trying to hit him by getting him out of the door to stay in the room.
And you told him.
She's like, duh. What? If this was any other situation, would you ever believe that sort of explanation as to what happened? Or her response to hard evidence of her vocally saying that she hit Johnny is this weird, like...
No, yes, but, well, it was because he was, the door was there, and I hit him to get out of the... Duh.
I'm like, what? What? Want to rehearse that again and maybe bring it back out to me? Whatever.
So I'm not going to go super in-depth with all the legal proceedings. However, it eventually came to the point where Amber was trying to dismiss her own stuff that she made claims about, and she filed a motion for a private protection order in regards to information, which basically says that evidence that is submitted and put into the court documents is like private, so that the public can't access evidence, because she doesn't want this evidence to be seen by the public, and that leads to a whole other question. It's like, why wouldn't you want evidence to be seen? If your claims are true, don't you want the evidence to be public out for people to see that the claims that you're making are matched up with physical evidence, so that you know that you're not faking, alleged claims about somebody? Like, if you have evidence, why not release it to the public? Wow! Amber Heard also filed a motion, and I didn't even know this was a thing. You can file a motion to have a mental evaluation done individually on somebody, which she filed for Johnny Depp. And the stipulation in the motion was that it couldn't be recorded. Why, Amber? Well, you see, it just so happens that Amber only submitted a total of 800 pages of evidence or like legal paperwork to provide her case. Johnny Depp provided over 3,600 of documented evidence, pictures and videos and audio and all sorts of crazy stuff that when you go through to the nit and grit of it contradicts so much of what Amber claims alleges what happened behind the scenes and things that he did to her. And you know what even makes this funnier is that the documents that Amber submitted to the court, by breaking up the text messages, which means that by breaking up the text messages, therefore you have more like individual papers, you know, to submit, therefore it looks bigger, like the stack of evidence against the person looks bigger, whereas Johnny's text exchanges were all put into one big lump sum, like full conversations. So imagine having a conversation, full conversation, and then you take out bits and part of that and put it into a separate piece of paper so your documents look longer. Like, this is how unprofessional and stupid Amber Heard is. All this court stuff revealed is that Amber Heard's mom actually sympathized with Johnny himself. And Johnny held on to these text messages for a very, very long time before releasing them publicly in the court for examination and to cross, reference that Amber, because Amber went on the record and basically confided in her mom publicly about saying that she was confiding in her mom about all this alleged horrible things that Johnny Depp was doing to her.
So at the very beginning, I would only tell my mom, somebody who understands this sort of situation.
So your mom, you told her that you've been physically abused by Johnny Depp?
Yeah, I would tell her from the almost at the very beginning. I confided in her. That's why I have pictures. Yeah.
Okay. So from the very beginning to this incident, May 21, you had confided in your mom?
Yeah, I think I probably hit the first few incidences, but very, very soon into it, I started to.
And then when the mom reached out to Johnny because, a protective restraining order was filed, this is what they had to say, which is really interesting. Please don't ever pass this on if you talk to Amber again. I love you, son. The mother of Amber was texting Johnny behind the scenes and not wanting Amber to find out that she related and understood what Johnny was going through. Is that not like an icing on the cake? The mother of the daughter actually like siding with Johnny himself and being sympathetic and empathetic of what he's going through? Please promise me it would end the relationship with my daughter. I'm so sorry. And then Johnny Depp replies saying, first, I would never do that. Second, I am legally bound to have no contact with her whatsoever, and I told her she could stay there. Who does she or anyone think I am? I would never throw her out. She has screwed me over royally, and I'm glad to experience this now instead of later. My heart is broken. She has fixed the future, and I hope it was worth it. We will never see one another again. She has revealed herself and her true feelings. It's very sad. What a tragic waste. Johnny Depp sat on these text messages for years. These text messages were back in 2016. Why wouldn't he release these earlier? Because he truly didn't want to cause harm to Amber in any way publicly, but he was pushed into a corner and expected just to bow down to ridiculous claims of things that just weren't true, and he's just supposed to take it? Just accept it because he's a man? Because he's rich? No. I love you too. Can I be your adopted mom? Good luck, and I can't wait to see the new film. So then you really have to ask yourself the question, why would the mother of Amber be talking to Johnny behind the scenes after Johnny had a restraining order put on Amber? Why would you even attempt to try to get Johnny to have contact with your daughter after the said restraining order? Why? These, this is like, you ask yourself questions so often, and it just keeps coming back in this case as to why is she doing this? Why is this happening? You have Johnny Depp saying publicly he never did these horrible things Amber claimed, and then you even have in private messages towards the mom who doesn't even believe the claims against her own that her daughter are making towards Johnny. She doesn't even believe they're true either, because she's experienced, the mother Paige has experienced Amber's rage apparently, and knows how her daughter is. Now I could sit here for the next hour and just go through more legal documents and legal documents and legal documents, but I think we've really summarized here the level of insanity and lies that Amber Heard has perpetuated in order to make herself look like a professional victim. I'm not even going into detail about the time where she got on Johnny Depp's bed and took a gigantic poo-poo in the middle of his bed. I'm not even going into the time where Amber Heard almost ripped his entire front finger off. I'm not even going into the whole specific where she claimed that he broke a bunch of stuff in, I think it was like this penthouse, and there's actual police video evidence of the police officers going into the place, looking around. There's no spilt wine on the floor or broken glass or anything that she claimed happened within like less than 10 minutes after the like, I don't know. Basically, all I'm trying to get at, Amber Heard's crazy, Amber Heard's an abuser, and Amber Heard has went on to speak out against DV in multiple different campaigns and even speak at a university, which just really goes to show you how screwed up that even there's evidence out there of this woman admitting to being physically violent with the person she's with, and somehow, some way, she gets hired on to speak about DV, that she is somebody who does and commits DV. Is this not a warped motherfucking world we live in, where an abuser can say, I did this, and then they go on and speak to thousands of girls about DV? I mean, you know, I support anybody speaking out about DV, but not when you're the DV abuser yourself. Kind of contradicts a lot of things, doesn't it? Abuse holds no gender. And if you think it does, fuck you.